Salawa Longjun Zo Dorje Nazo Zhuge Jiangzhou Barandong Jiangzhou Je Namo Senje Damje Dewa Dam Dewe Jodam Dembara Joraje Donga Dan Donga Je Jodan Rawa Joraje Donga Mebe Dewa Damba Wa Joraje Yada Nyere Dan Rawa Tanyo Jembo La Ne Bara Joje Yonzing Ho Nyam Rowa Malu Re Jug No Ba Ya Ho Sa Ji Bu Ju Zu Ji Me Do Ram Re Ra Len Ji Ni De Yen Ban De San Ye Yen Do Me De Bu Wa Ye De Ge Nam Da Yen De Ye Wa Shu Ome Je Jen Je Brane De Sum Sa Kon Je Ngo Ni Ran Sum Jo Ngo Son Don Zebe Zawe Lama Nam La Go Jan Za Balen Zawe Lama Rambo Je Da Ge Jo Ro Be Men Dem Jo La Ka Tin Che Be Ko Ne Je Son De Ko Son To Je Ngo Ro Za Do So Da So Sam Je Ta Je Je Ju Men Je Ro Wa Je Je La Do So Sama Chang Ju Cho Do Tuk Je De Che Sam Bur Cho
Please arouse the altruistic motivation of bodhicitta, and in that spirit, please listen to the teachings.
Subtle body Dang Shamata Ki Rimba Chik Dang Ani Zoba Chambu Ki Rimba Chik Rimba Nye Ve Nani Rimba Nye Bat Res Nye Bat Leb De Yores Kanzo
So, amongst the two major sections of the teachings this week, the first being shamatha and subtle body, and the second being the Dzogchen
Subtle
teachings.
body Shamata Subtle body Shamata Not Shamata subtle body Okay, they like to know precisely what is first Shamata, first subtle body. Oh, I heard it's first subtle body. Now he says first Shamata. Where shall I put in that box? My box and this box are different.
First being subtle body and then shamatha. And the second being Dzogchen. We're now discussing the second, which is the Dzogchen box.
Till Tawa Gomba Chopasum Yoganani Ani Gomba unfinished test lessons.
So in that second discussion, we have the view, the meditation, and the conduct. And so we're now discussing the meditation, and there's a little bit left in this discussion.
Ani Tawa Della Tawang Shinil langtong ki process langtong la teni ngoshe lamchik ngotol la teni ngoshe ki lamchik tawala teriores
In
din dinyaga lap sasons.
yes. In the discussion of the view, there's two basic ways that the view can be recognized. One is through the process of vipassana, emerging from within, and the second is the having it pointed out by a lama. So those have been discussed.
And pointed out means it's in a yore like what lamsam point out chewa da nyamdo ngoshewa mare the gong race the dongya race the in a yore ta choran dongs la the point out la war
Pointing
lamsam ngoshe sigre kazan la wana mo mashe ba yang sigre ngoshe na ye mashe ba yang sigre the tande mere.
the pointing out instruction is just like it's not necessarily that recognition happens just because pointing out happened. Pointing out is like this is the gong. That's where you need to strike towards.
This is your hand, I hope so. And then don't hit towards to the target, not all over the places.
So it's possible, as was mentioned before, that during the pointing out there might be recognition. During the pointing out there may not be recognition. And sometimes there may be recognition, but you may not trust that recognition.
There might be recognition, but you cannot trust your recognition because you're looking at some big guy to recognize. Capital I. The big guy's name is capital I. With R. I. Then dila dropping ki look so check, looking look so check, techela teni seeing sarsawares.
So in this process, we discussed Nyosho Ken Rinpoche's dropping method, which is equivalent to Tuka Urgyen Rinpoche's looking method, both of which are followed by seeing.
Da seeing chesavishula, da let it be sing the yongore. Dila zawati majupas kasalab songs teres.
And after seeing occurs, the next step is letting be, letting it be. And the essence of that phase is being uncontrived, not modifying anything.
And letting be la ni yores. Tawango sing mayong going to let it be chene sing yoya. O lamza tegara to look drop chene and sing la let it be cha. Dini chik handshake ki lusure chik handshake ki let it be chik rikpatang to let it be ni yores love songs.
And as was said, there are two types of letting be, or two types of being uncontrived. Being uncontrived without the view, which is just being uncontrived with raw experience, which is called handshake practice, without specific recognition of the view. And then there's a different kind of letting be, or being uncontrived, after looking and seeing has occurred, and there is recognition of the view, letting be with the recognition of Rigpa. So there's handshake and letting be in Rigpa.
And after pointing out instruction jesa vishula, and handshake back to tenne ribanalai yonge mangbo yores.
And after the pointing out instruction has occurred, and there has been recognition, it's possible that handshake practice will lead us naturally back into recognition.
Then recognition resa vishula, then let it be the legat so karesana, rigba, prolong jaga chetu, and majaba shakore sayore. Rigbongo shebe nala, and rigba de maji samji, and temperature yores. Tati tempate delicate re. Loki tabayina, lodal ki tabayina. That lodal ki paradina la. Tangbo lorang mayimba. Ina very light. Ko rikpa la tsongkin. Rikpa de la te majuba chik kyangkengi. Solwa tau chik yona khan yung mare segore. Adaru machida trupa gajuki.
So then, once seeing has occurred and there's some recognition, then the main task in meditation is called prolonging the view or prolonging recognition, which basically means not forgetting Rigpa. And this is done through, we can say, there's two kinds of mindfulness or remembering, one that's conceptual and one that's beyond concept. And there's also perhaps one that's sort of somewhere in between conceptual, effortful mindfulness and non-conceptual mindfulness. So somehow, with all of these, we learn to prolong the recognition by not forgetting it. And the question comes, who is prolonging that? You know, what mind state is prolonging that recognition? And it was Adi Rinpoche's opinion from the Drukpa Kagyu tradition that a little bit of effort at first is acceptable and helpful.
Ani Rukojo Rinpoche ki tati ya yakpata dene res. Ina yang rikpa korang yuntung changmang ji cheshana. Kali rikpi rang shingi ngangi nebaji yongres and techores.
And whereas Tukar Urgen Rinpoche said, yeah, that's okay, but really the best way to proceed in this style of practice is short moments many times. And the short moments naturally allow the recognition to prolong itself. So that was his opinion.
Andi zobachimu nangla songyore, nyagar songyo sare, zobachimu mengaga nangla. Ani chachenga lukda uchine songi. Yang zobachimu rangkang korang yuntung changmang kangen tikbadas.
And this is in the Pith instructions, in the Dzogchen teachings and texts. In fact, both methods, I think, can be found in the Pith instruction texts, and of course in Mahamudra instruction texts. And definitely in the Dzogchen text, there's a famous line that says, short moments many times, like, droplets from a frozen roof or something.
Old house.
Old house.
Old house has frozen roof, I think.
Filling up a bucket.
Yeah. Boop. 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 Then, wow. Fill it. Both has beautiful side and can be mistaken a little bit. Because first recognition, first seeing is like a baby Rigpa. So baby, someone good to hold. I think it's better, no? To hold baby cry. The problem is you might to hold too fast. Squeeze the baby. Not hold, go like that. So there's somewhere, but this, what do you call? Limit? No. How much strength should you put to hold the baby? Of course, physical things we know. Of course, unless you are off. You know what balance, how to, the holding water. You cannot hold too tight, no? But we will hold too tight. At the end, you have your own hand. Then you left with the method. You are left with the method at the end, the water. So it's just, but so one side of Dzogchen is just let baby go down and then again come up, look, see, put baby straight, and then baby, and the mother, okay, honey, the back, honey. So mother is not holding, or father, hopefully. So one is like you hold there and you sort of, oh no, honey, no. So one is, please you stay. I know you will do it. Keep trying. So one day baby just said like that, without any other help. You can try both. Maybe you have a little, some gentle care. This is good, bad, both. From that channel of care, reify I might come, or might not. So also very good. I like both. Little bit sort of, not really effortful mindfulness, but not forgetting kind of, very gentle. Adharmaj has that. Of course, Adharmaj just go beyond already, not an effort. But he has something there traveling with him. Not forgetting. Discernment, not loud voice, not self-criticizing. Discerning, and, so beautiful, discerning, and also not lost into it. He has his own light. Shines both way. This way. Self-knowing. So with that, and then just go like this always. Love, whatever, and then, but from that kind of, what do you call?
Continuity.
Continuity is there. But this continuity is not like a thick mind holding. Everything happens. Within that, there's a nature. Rigpa itself is there. Because Rigpa is a mirror. Mirror. Are you okay? Yeah. You look sad. I'm quite okay. Joking. Your lung is already out. No? Your lung is in the tent? So, what I'm saying? Huh? Mirror. So, the mirror doesn't have so much taste, but everything can reflect it in. That's why it's the mirror. The mirror is mirror. Then cannot. So it's like you're almost there, not there. To maintain that with light mindfulness. If you need it, keep it at the beginning. And one day you might not need that also. It then just babysits without any helper. But of course, mothers still want to hold. But we don't want to sit still. Grow the strength. Teenage habit. Wishing to not to grow, but grow. Many parents wish not to grow. Children stay around, 7, 6, 8, not 13, 14, 15. Was unfair about children, yeah? It's your selfish reason. You don't grow because I like. You're my puppy. Let them fly, no choice. You should be happy. Oh, I did my job, now they're flying. Every time has something. Should know and accept and take the best. When you're young, so many things is good, so many things is not good. But when we are old, so many things is good, so many things so. But what we want is, with the all opportunities, young body. With some cash flow with the young body. When you have young body, no cash flow. Every face has its own beauty and something, yeah. So, so something is there, but not as a stuck kind of infinitive. You know, when I look at Nimgurili Baba's photos, I think he has this. He's very beautiful, spontaneous, kind, not himself, and like, but he's with you. But you look at, he's not there. That is beautiful. Adar Rinpoche also has that. Khyentse Rinpoche also had that. Khyentse Rinpoche is very grounded, very lovely. But when you look at, there's no Khyentse Rinpoche. Behind there's nothing, nobody there. But he just kept the mere Khyentse. And this is so beautiful one. He make relative beautiful. The mere relative can be ugly, but it's the beautiful because this real fire eye is gone. Because the real fire eye makes the mere eye ugly. So mere eye almost fruition of compassion just exists. But there's no. You know, first time I went to Tibet, a little arrogant, young boy. Young boy? 22 is boy? No. Young man was. Young boy is quite okay, young man is not okay. So I met Khyentse Rinpoche, Sisam Kamapa, and Kamtu Rinpoche. They're all very big guy. Not so big, but I feel very big. They have like a very powerful, what do you call? Presence. Yeah. So when I say Ajahn Rinpoche, he's very short. And the voice very, he got some sickness. So I thought, oh, this guy. First time when you see like that, no, it's okay. Because I arrived in Nanjing night time, so people say you cannot see nighttime Lama, see in the morning, Tibetan tradition, culture. And everyone says Ajahn Rinpoche is so great, he's so this, his daughter. Wow, I keep hearing 1-2 months about him. Everybody says like that. When I see him, oh yeah. First moment, then I sit with him, tall, I become smaller and smaller. Really amazing. I spent almost 2 hours. He talk about my father, and then wow. Then I see, really, Ajahn Rinpoche is in deep down. There's a strength, but nobody. I cannot relate him because I'm looking my monster to his monster. Sometimes click. Monster can talk, no? Monster understands. But there's no monster. So my monster come, want to hold, grab like similarity, but no similarity. So you feel a little scared, but in front he's very warm. Little scared because nothing to relate, kind of halting. So very funny feeling, never forget. So then stay, then after a few days my ego completely smashed. Purified or whatever. Then I started teaching. I met a lot of good teachers. Any teacher doesn't satisfy it immediately until you know, see. So then, wow, no more question. Then so beautiful. Then I received so many teaching from him. But he has that always. He said like this, like that, with you fully, but there's nobody. And then within that magical present, he chant, but there's emptiness. But emptiness is not in front. Do you understand? Emptiness is not a program. Then we hollow in emptiness. So see, emptiness becomes something. Emptiness is nothing, but it's there. Infinitive, unobstructed, no blockages. But in the front, you respect the relative truth. If you ask, is this tea hot? And we say, the tea is too hot. Who is tea? What is tea? There's no tea. He will not say that. Who you are asking? And you exist? And I say, oh yeah, tea is hot. I want a little bit cold one. So, fully functional relative truth. The who holds the relative truth is almost like space and the moisture of compassion. No fixation and grasping. And you can play the relative truth. Because relative truth is jumjekitental.
It's the interdependence of cause and effect.
So you can change it. Like a chemist, almost. Relative truth is like chemist. Almost you can change thought, put this way, that, because it's not like that forever. It appears like that. So we can make another appearance. There is come flexibilities. Flexibility, fluidity. It took a whole night to study this. Fluidity. Where's the place you study in? How's the place?
Louisville?
Louisville. Fluidity. And humor, real humor. And compassion. The real compassion comes out of that. Compassion doesn't like stuck. Compassion likes flow. Okay. Ta being lang de jala yang da yang do shani. Tani nam shik chana. Ta kona rang ngang ki libre. Tani malam na zolwa che gore yes. Zolwa te kadu che gore sana. Yewe kabs che gore. Mazu zolwa che ka ko no judo. Gom dewe kabzala kora rang shing ne ge yona ko ne chuk shara trust chen. Rang shing ne be kabzala we cannot trust. We're trying to manipulate to prolong. And the young sadhu, we don't put any effort.
So then we just continue training in being or practicing being. And over time, we might find that a natural continuity emerges. And if not, then we need to apply effort. And when do we apply effort? We apply effort when we're distracted to come back But sometimes I'm concerned, it seems like we apply effort at the wrong time. When it's time to just rest and be uncontrived, we're somehow not comfortable with that. And so then we put effort to manage and modify that uncontrived state, which is not the time we should be putting effort. And then when we're distracted, we forget completely about practice and put no effort at all. So it's kind of backwards.
One more time. In the beautiful British English. Beautiful British English.
Are you sure? It seems like we put effort at the wrong time. When we are supposed to be resting and being uncontrived, somehow we're not comfortable.
I cannot trust that also.
And we not doing anything is uncomfortable. And so we start to apply effort.
On it, hold it, make it longer, something, yeah. That is effort.
Which is not the right time to apply effort because it's an uncontrived practice. So that spoils it. And then when we're distracted, we forget completely about the practice and don't apply effort to come back, which is the time we need to apply effort.
먼저 human nature이나 Westerner ki nature이나 가래나 직도와 등마송 다우지도와 that human nature 나나 요요서래 등 가래나 the mountain people 된절 등마송 등에게 ngalam chik chang masung tenge yormado rangshin ki dik masung something I don't have, not enough. Dawaji konzor yojure mad ngala chang masung chik chang masung mare dik masung tenge ji de chijake developed country ki sam nangla diluk shidwa
Rela mongbodo
de dik masung de gomjabe rikpaina de de insa mare de dik masung the one the chik the yagure is cause of progress. Then material then the decore tengra. In a kapkala, then mangu samdana, then never katuya digmaro. When is it going to be okay? This is a rasamaro. The Sasa Samatangoto.
I think there's a habit, a sense that's very common in modern people, maybe in all people, but I think more in modern people, a sense of not okayness. Something isn't okay here. And I think that I don't quite see this in like mountain people. They have maybe another concept like I don't have enough or I need more things, but something like inside this is not okay. They don't seem to quite have that, but we seem to have that. Modern people seem to have this sort of lurking inside, always kind of there. And it has a positive side. It leads us to a lot of progress because we're always trying to make what's not okay all the time. So it spurs a lot of progress. But there's a downside to it because it has no end. When are we going to be okay? When can we trust that things are okay? We don't know when it's enough. And so that comes to play with practice. To just be okay with this is difficult. To trust that it's okay. We doubt ourselves. This can't be Rigpa. This probably isn't Rigpa. Somehow it's not the real thing.
Not at the beginning. After the Bongoto Chesa Shula, second hindrance, so the Tingarpa in Samare, Tangi the Loti, the Parchachore, so
Dogparo.
Lokma, that the Dambodan Moto Chegora, Moto Chesa Shula, second obstacle day, Tin samare. Tin samare.
This is actually said a lot in the Pith instruction texts in Mahamudra and Dzogchen. It says that the second main obstacle in this path, first being recognizing our nature, but once the recognition happens, the second main obstacle is trusting our experience. We have it's a very common obstacle. It's probably not this. This probably isn't it. This can't be it. And trusting is the second main obstacle after recognition.
Yeah. I don't know how to say. Don't know how to say properly without using heavy terminology. Heavy terminology is Rangshin Yongsu Sheba. Kare, Yembade, Yembar Shegore. So, Rangshin Yongshi Jitawa. Rangshin Kare, Yembate, Shebate. Tawa Santere, Sayora. That is sick. Junna Yembu Chamyong, philosophical sick to Sai Chai.
Philosophical tsik pechamatana
Pajamatana,
laso des tsik nyambaro
sick Jumajtana.
laso di den di dekonani robo di dagaran yimbadi
남도 죽으래, 서거래. 요몽이 싫어, 서 다들 이체 통미도.
There's try to put it in like ordinary language without using philosophical language. It's sort of like just trusting that it is how it is. However it is, that's it. It's difficult for us to trust that the present thought, the present emotion is the Dharmakaya. Sort of
It
this
is
it.
think. I think it is. I'm scared to say I think. I put I think. Tim Mayimbaji Hingo, Ten Mik, somebody. Timba the Mare, Dotin.
It's like we always seem to think, I need something other than this. It's not this. It can't be this. A lot of us think like that.
Which is also good. Americans have this lot. Why don't we look another way? Which that's good, no? Somewhere. And sometimes we can find interesting knowledge. Working with Nepali, they don't have this. We do that, okay. Then suddenly one American, wait, why don't we go from other side? Oh yeah, oh that's the best one. Everything has two sides, yeah? Everything has two sides. So, huh?
At least.
Yeah. See? So, 가로 찍는다. 곰바생인데 다 찍고래 쓰고래. 네, 좀 제시고 좀 저래. 뭐랑도 또 다 찍도 됐지. 냉도도 도자. 곰바생인데 찍 다시 초고도. 대인데 가럽도 찍 서습당라. 뭐랑도 또 선타와 looking the seeing the right. 되니? 다 찍도 됐지. 선 곰자에 찍 때나 텔레 셴바시 요로. Tati in samare. Tingal tela tachana, I become a little bit like uh, not open mind. So, there's a lot of positive around that open, this kind of open mind, not nailed down on something. You know, we have to have very smart. I think very very smart people, they nailed down already. They nailed it already. The mediocre smart jidwa, mediocre smart. They trying to be smart. If I nail it down, I look stupid. I don't want to look it down. You know, then I'm in the box. I don't want to be in the box. So I want to decide, but this is maybe some other way is better. So it's like a very very simple mind mediocre mind very intelligent smart mind So very intelligent smart mind from the smart it come back to the mediocre, the simple mind. I see a lot of like that. But many people lost in between. Oh, I know. The smart, intelligent, okay. Now I have to decide something. I know. Some point you have to decide. Otherwise you might not be here. Oh, drive, danger. Airplane, who is the pilot? Did he have good, before driving, he says a good day or no? Let's we check. Google, oh no, it's not here. So, shall I go to his retreat or no? I don't know. I don't decide better. No, if I decide, then what happened? Do you understand? Some point, okay, this is an illusion. So, okay, you have to decide, no? Like a simple person. Went through all, then come back like this and decide. And I think that is very smart, I think. Say everything nicely in English. Because there's some part in English, some part in Tibetan. So make it whole package. And some of them are living today, so send with a good package.
Okay. So the process of meditation is a process where we need certainty. We need to, at some point, resolve the view and meditate on that. So we need that ability to resolve and to develop certainty for this kind of meditation to proceed. And so in the famous instruction of Garab Dorje, the three words that strike the vital point. Second is decisively resolve the single point. And that's what this refers to. The first word of Garab Dorje was, recognize your own nature. So that has to happen first. But the second is decisively resolve the single point, which is the key point of meditation. It's that once there has been some recognition, there needs to be a resolving of what that view is, and that alone is what is meditated on. And this is very important for meditation, actually, to progress. But this can be difficult for us because sometimes, we don't want to resolve, or we don't want to be certain. Maybe I won't be open-minded. Maybe I should stay open-minded.
Let's sing with it.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Before resolved.
Cannot escape Apple anymore. Strange. Siri.
Yeah? Oh,
Suri didn't like that we were resolving something without her.
yep.
So, so it seems like if we think about it in terms of being very smart, sort of medium smart, and ordinary, simple, that very, very smart people resolve. They know when doubt is no longer useful, and they do resolve. They do develop certainty. And then very simple people just decide. But most of us are stuck somewhere in between. We're sort of mediocre smart, and we want to keep trying to be smart, and maybe it's this, and maybe it's that. Maybe I should try this, so I'm not sure. Should keep an open mind, not quite sure. It could be something else.
Let's sing tonight. Let's sing tonight.
Sing.
Let's brainstorm and sing tonight with this idea. Sink?
Sink.
Yeah, I said sink. Huh? Sinking.
Let it sink in.
Sink in. Yeah, sorry. Sink in. Yeah. Not sinking. Sorry. Sink in. 약보다 약보로 당부터 내 chen 약보로 가로 chen 타지 마잖아. 타잔 쭉 말어. So 타지 제시하나. Then it will lead into something. 갈래 야야 도라.
또 똑박이 셋세 가리 임발레 하코고로.
독박 차상 세트 말이다. 80% 라고 독박 세나. 다른 we want 100% 독ame 가지고 거든가. 그 검라도 영 말해. 그래서 80% 라고 독ame 받잖아. 20% 15% 라고 독박 연아야 다 같이 해야면 돼. 제시하나. 그 검비 더블 때는 독박도 세야라 마도. 샤락 더블 독박 세트 말이잖아. 대양 the 20% they make big deal. 10% become like 100% of cha. Then the big deal that the make other 80% make sense. They'll respect mache wache. 20% hamago del ten topo yo del that asen pe chidana. The komdop ki pangjare mado. Shetop ki pangja maris yo.
So this, until we have certainty, of course, this doubt is useful because we're not sure yet. We haven't resolved it yet. And then that doubting is useful. But at a certain point, we have to know when enough is enough. So I asked Rinpoche, it's sort of like, is it knowing the limit of doubt? Is that what we're looking for? And Rinpoche said, well, there's aspects that we can't resolve until we have more practice. And so we need to be comfortable with getting to 80% resolution. So it's like we make a really big deal of that extra 20%, which we can't resolve yet because we need to do more practice. It only can come through meditation to resolve that final 20%. But we want 100% before we're willing to go for it. But actually we can only get to 80% with our knowledge, and that should be enough. Then if we can reach 80%, we should go for it. And then the extra 20% will be resolved through the power of meditation. But we often get stuck there. We're not satisfied with the 80%, which is already great. We want the extra 20%, and we get caught up and lost in that. And then that can be an obstacle.
And little bit of doubt yore se yore tongban dela. Salwal doubt mere, ningjil doubt mere. Ningjil doubt kariyo, oranjing nyongaya chala chira. Tongban se ngubur sama nyongaya mebala teni. Ti kante tongni se khadu yene de raoje. Sa tangbo ni ba. La ya kapkala jetopji kapsula doubt den yong sigre se yore. Ta tau to kai. Ti de kadu na oh yeah, tanga te toni ngone toson. Yes, te toni re. That I'm scared. More than I think I realize I understand emptiness. I don't know. look like I like that one. Oh yeah, I know emptiness is square. With a lighted and open and space and boundless and radius and then nothingness and
Actually, with emptiness, there's always a subtle, healthy doubt along with it, which is different than our experience of clarity or compassion. With clarity and compassion, we don't really need any doubt because we can directly taste them and experience them. But with emptiness, it's not like an object that has features that we can taste and experience. So a little bit of doubt, I think, is quite healthy. If we're totally sure, yes, I've realized emptiness, this is what it's like, that's actually kind of scary.
the formally practice chegotena 조신 공부데 되니 류가르 chegore 왕부 가르치고래 미좀 거래 난거래 땅아 연통 장만적은 때 공부에서는 되니 봐 매요섬된 생각이 연거래 조진 공부 매요섬된 퇴주 공부 매요섬된.
So on the topic of actually how we practice formally in this style, when we're doing a meditation session, even if we're doing this short moments many times, how do we actually sit and how do we do it? There's a teaching called the 3 types of motionlessness for Treksha practice.
지금라 아니 zubude네 롤로 제샤 세요래 strength strategy 당보 값을라 당보다 니마치 템바 탐는데 제바야 말 카르테데레.
First element is the body rests still, and there's a straightness, kind of an uprightness and a stillness in the body. And this is for when we're beginning this practice. Some later time in the future, when we attain stability, then it doesn't matter. But now it matters.
Sit like this, 2 hands here, shoulder relax, neck just, eyes a little bit up. Mouth a little open. Tongue don't touch up and down, just leave it as it is. No up, no, just little up. Breathe from nose and mouth both. 아니 왕시에디 아니 르미요와 세다 왕보미요와 생데 미기 왕보 쪼우줄베기 미기 셰바 쪼우줄베기 탐지 랑바 샤고레 세요 미 믹소기 왕보다 이기 셰바 탐지 랑바 살라 가보메바 지금 샤고레 세요.
So this first is the motionless body. And the second element is the motionless senses. So the senses are open, not blocked, and with a special emphasis on the eye consciousness, the visual perception is open but relaxed, not fixated, not blocked, clear but not fixated. So motionless senses.
배샤와이나 솔라 자가샤와다 그래.
The classic example is like the stars and planets reflected in a still pool of water.
아니 근데 제가 가서 샘드 가와샤 샘드 남고 당신지가 난 남고 당신 남고 때문에 변하라 다오 당보 제마 제바야 말에 진요 매 간가 once you know what is the 남고 때바요 나래 때바면나 제바야 말에 당보 검jam도 샘라 페 라바 해 라바 나지 가면 매바 땅상 똑바 탐지 매바 이나 시바요 하고와 갈래 전에 거 남과들 센서 비쇼라 남과 tenchal lab sa shola then nam to yong mayong chin yong mayong kaya chaba yamaro. But first need to be make sure we have nangwa. Ing nangwa chi nangwa better.
So then the second is the senses, and the third is the mind. How do we rest our mind in this kind of practice? The mind should be rested like the sky or like space, especially at first, like cloudless sky. After some time, then when we develop more stability and confidence in that cloudless essence, then it doesn't matter anymore if there's clouds or not, or no clouds.
Kaya nangbala cloud yo me kan gogumarwa.
Because at that point, when there's clouds or no clouds, it doesn't actually contaminate the sky, the nature of space. But at first, we rest our mind like a cloudless sky. So it's like if we bang our hands and shout "pet" or "hat" and clear.
Very romantic.
So if we clear clear away thoughts and perceptions and create that space or gap, then we train in resting in that gap at first. Which
More gap to jore. Kali gap become more light. Gap become correct underlined. X-ray that this lolo dacha. Then now kare in back the mala vegane now the shadow yung sigurita.
So at first it's a little bit of a dramatic gap, but slowly it becomes more and more subtle, more and more light, and sort of fades into the backdrop.
Yeah.
And
This
then,
is important.
and then
Phase into the backdrop. Yeah. Then good
and then-
language.
and then phenomena and thoughts can arise within it, and the backdrop can still be there. We don't have to lose it. And then phenomena actually can arise and start to liberate in that space.
When you have that backdrop, you have a choice of pause or react. Pause, P,
Pause.
pause, no pause, pause. The delta pause to jorda. Dingala backdrop dingala de dewana. Ranging pause to this. I want you to have this. Many people suffer because of nothing is there. Everything is in the plate. And then subtle body, thought, no ground, nothing. Believe everything what is what. What you experience, you completely believe is like that. Suffering, no? Very subtle suffering. Sometimes I feel very, sympathy, empathy, all of that. Sympathy, empathy, I don't know how to differentiate. Because first time when I come to the West, I thought, you don't need any help. Then I slowly, now, yeah. Because suffering is suffering, different kind of suffering, but it's still suffering. But your suffering is very sophisticated, high class suffering. We have basic suffering. But this suffering sometimes is more painful. But it took few years to understand. I'm not discouraging you, okay? So now you know the method. So backdrop as your own. I don't know. Grounded is good language or not. So something like Adi Rinpoche, Nim Gurila Baba, has something there, but it's not too greasy. Then it's yucky. I have, you don't have, yeah. Then it's not normal, very disgusted. So, very fine, compassionate, very normal, more normal than normal people. Really. And respect everything, but not glue. Not like, what do you call? Stuck unnecessarily. That hand stuck here. And this hand out. Then this stuck here. Well, stuck. All like that. Completely lost from its nature. Two nature, clarity and emptiness, and compassion comes out of that. Trust and devotion comes out of that. Is that not? Of course, we can learn compassion, we can learn devotion, but it's very hard. Really, compassion and devotion comes out of from that. Oh, it works. Oh, it's like that, because it's eliminate suffering inside. Then there's this appreciation and sympathy comes. Appreciation becomes devotion, sympathy becomes compassion. Empathy or sympathy, what do you call? What is different from empathy and sympathy?
Yeah, there's a lot of psychologists here.
Yeah?
Empathy is to feel with someone, sympathy is to feel sorry for someone.
Okay. Okay, one more time. Empathy, feel with it. Sympathy,
Empathy is to feel with someone, sympathy is to feel sorry for someone.
okay. So it has to have both. Or sympathy without empathy possible? Then not so good, huh? This one no good, no?
It's
I feel
it's
sorrow
more
for
like
you,
Pity.
but I don't feel anything. Huh?
Sympathy isn't always negative. It can be like you feel sorry for someone. Sympathetic. Something better.
So that's better.
No, it's just
Different.
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 It's different.
Okay, sorry, I will learn later. I cannot resolve so many voices. I will ask dictionary. Not joking. Life is better. But both can be positive, negative?
Hold it.
Okay, oh.
I think empathy is you feel within the other person.
Empathy.
Empathy,
Okay.
inside. Sympathy is you extending kindness to somebody, but it's not, you don't take it.
Then it's
inside.
compassion.
Yeah.
But
Empathy.
sympathy is not compassion yet, no?
No.
Can be.
Yeah. Empathy is compassion.
I'll just add, so for me, I have a cat. I don't have kids. I have had a cat die. If someone's cat dies, I can empathize with them. I know how that feels. If someone's child dies, I can sympathize. I don't know how that feels.
So, see, Tanzatuku, you learn something? I forgot to introduce him, sorry. Manager told me 2 times. Huh?
Also the photos.
Yeah. Soon I will do like this. But modern technology is so good. Just can wear like that. I wore almost 10 years. No suffering. But without modern technology, 10 years suffer already. Sangzar Rinpoche is from Tibet, Nangchen, and his father was Tugujin Rinpoche's brother. Right. And I met him when he was 13 years old in Tibet. First time I went to Tibet, he was in 3 years retreat, age of 13. So, not bad, huh? Before he studied philosophy, he went to retreat. Little bit like Mingyur Rinpoche. Mingyur Rinpoche also went when he was 13 years old. Then he studied after. Of course, he studied with a little bit, but the regret, not regret,
Rigorous?
regressy.
Rigorous.
Huh?
Rigorous.
Yeah, that one. I don't know how to say it. Study after. Same like him, he finished his retreat up there. Then he wanted to see Tugujin Rinpoche, he haven't met. He born in Tibet. Tugujin Rinpoche is in Nepal. Tugujin Rinpoche came out of Tibet 1958, something, before the Chinese Cultural Revolution happened. And he never went back. We haven't met him. So he wants to get mind teaching, all of that. So he came Nepal, see Tugujin Rinpoche. Then he study in Kanying, Chogyam Rinpoche's Koba. Many years. Then he went to Bir, received a lot of teaching from Siddha Rinpoche, Mingyur Rinpoche, a lot of practice. Then somehow he came to America. So now he's alien. Alien, immigrant. You look like alien. First time I say you're alien, I said, what? Long time ago. You're migrated, alien migration. So I think soon he will get citizen. So he stay in Oakland, San Francisco. Very good, good practitioner, good understanding. So he liked Crestone very much. Reminds Tibet, openness, and the whole structure, not crowded, open, but enough people that you don't feel lonely. Too open, nobody, sometimes you feel lonely, no? Too many people, you feel frustrated. Flux. So, yeah, so he like our Sangha very much also. So I invite come here. I know he want to come, but he's waiting for me to say something. So I say, come. And he's driving for me, but not so good driver. I only allow him to drive in Crestone. And I asked him, please don't drive in Oakland. Just ask Uber. Oh. Next year, Sangsatugu might not be here. Driving is not his in gene. It's not in his gene. Very funny driving. Whole thing is frozen. Scare shit out of me. Crestone, okay, almost nobody. I asked him, you drove in California? He said, 1 or 2 times. Surprised how you did it. Scared me. Oh no, highway I cannot, even I cannot sometimes. If you make one small mistake, you're gone. So I said, you can drive in Nepal. Nepal, everyone make a mistake. We don't follow rule, we follow the feeling. Really? Maybe can you go a little bit and then he will not hit. She or he will not hit. It's very safe actually. But people who follow rule, no way. So it's called emotional intelligence. I cannot see myself. Of course, this side, His Holiness. Then, Yoshikin Rinpoche, and Tugujan Rinpoche, and Adi Rinpoche. The other side, before Kamdru is what? Deung Khyentse? Kamdru first, then Deung Khyentse Rinpoche, and I don't know who's that guy. And then Mingyur Rinpoche. And in front is Dorje Yodoma, a protector of Ishirangsal and our practitioners. Somehow I have this connection. I'm not a protector kind of person. I'm not a puja kind of person. I respect that. But from childhood, I'm more drawn into the meditation and the fact. And I respect all of that. But I do little bit, just make connection. So when I was in Tashijong, I did a 3 months retreat. One of the yogi, his photo is not here. And I dreamt one day, one lady came, and some special sign, this and that, dream, yeah, just dream. So after, I cannot see him every day, the yogi called Amtin, very long, very beautiful. He passed away. Very beautiful, really. Very simple house in Tashijong. And they just sit there. Whoever come, anybody can come anytime almost. Of course people will come, not nighttime. But even 9 o'clock nighttime, whoever die, pray, I just can walk anytime. Many times I go there because I want to eat something. In the monastery sometimes you're hungry in 5 o'clock. So I said, I don't have anything to eat in my room. So I just he will give something, a tea or zamba, or sometimes he makes small momo. People give him, and then he just put with the momo, tags, everything together. So I asked question, then he said, okay, give 1 or 2. Wow. Even now I can feel it. Then he stay, then he will talk the stories, teaching, any question you can ask. So under his guidance, I did 3 months retreat. So I see him time to time. Then I told him, I've dreamed like that. Is any significant? He said, oh, it's Dorje Yudoma. Straight away he told me that it's Dorje Yudoma. Okay, so if she likes, then it's okay. If she comes, because I didn't ask her to come into my dream, she came. So okay, so no big deal. I didn't do any practice. Then that our land, this land happened, and Dr. Greg was looking after the land. And one day he called me on my phone. I was in Tibet, a special place of Guru Rinpoche place. He said, oh, we need protector. First he said, we need a name. Second thing he said, oh, you need a protector. So I said, Ishirangsal, sorry, that's the first one. Dorje Yudoma happened. So I kept Darji Dhamma. Then later I read, because now people ask me, who is Darji Dhamma? I have to say something, no? so, so I studied a little bit, who is Darji Dhamma? More and more, wow. She has so much related with Dzogchen teaching. Longchen Ba, Jingmi Ling Ba, all Dzogchen protectors. And especially with our family. Behind our families, there's a big mountain. When I went to, he told me, this is Udama's hill. Huh? Then they're doing Udama practice, elaborated one. Our one is very simple, four line. So it's a lot of, sometimes it's peaceful form, sometimes semi-wrathful form, sometimes very wrathful form. But I like the peaceful one. I cannot take it. Very, very wrathful one, very scary one. Then I asked one of my friends, Chogyal Rinpoche, artist, can you draw Dorji Udama for us here? And he drew this one. So beautiful. Yeah, that's it about Shrine Room. And those the cups, brocades, flowers. And our Lord Buddha always stays still. What do you think? We can open the eyes is better, like this is better? Curious. With put gold and eyes open, or just like this is good? Huh? Which one? Teaching. Teaching mudra. Chakra. We see. I like that. I like a little bit open eyes. But open eyes without face, gold, maybe look funny. Cookie. Smoothie.
This means scary.
Oh, okay.
It's just the eyes.
Oh, could be, yeah.
We just have those eyes staring out.
Creepy.
Oh. With the gold face, only the face gold, then eyes open? No? You like that? Okay. Let it be. Buddha, let it be. You okay? You won't need a break? No need, yeah? Good. So, next we go. You understood Sangsa Rinpoche now, yeah? So, I feel a little guilty. I didn't organize, introduce first day. But I did it. And 다 미었음등이 제라 되는 졸와 생 연구를 다 좁아 땡 조도도 자와 서다 땡지 얘기를 해 생각을 말해 곰발레 때니 곰바 곰니 곰이 곰시된 졸와 생도 연구를 해.
So that completes the threefold motionlessness of meditation. And after that, there's what's called liberation. So if we meditate, if we habituate over and over again, eventually liberation starts to happen.
The liberation day, 타바타바의 liberation 시기가 말해. 람지 값을라 녀몽 점바 망부지어라다 독소. 담지 춘이 살동 르그나라 샤샤도 아니 르그나라 점바메 바라 때네 바차 왕게 나와 똑바 녀몽 바차 몬스터 가려나 거 갈리 랑샤랑도 그래 낭데 마셔와이나 세거래.
So this term liberation here doesn't mean the big liberation at the end of the path. It just means on the path, thoughts and emotions are liberating, or start to liberate. It means that by resting in our nature, which is clear and empty and recognized by awareness, pervaded by awareness, because that aware, clear, and empty nature is without clinging and fixation, then the perceptions and emotions and experiences that arise due to our habitual patterns and karmic imprints are able to liberate by themselves because we're resting in a non-fixated, non-clinging awareness.
We have a home. Dini dade karere tong salvati ko tongbong ngoshena denzin yomare. Salvati tongbong ngomashena lamsan denzin che yomare. Teindu ani tongbatan denzini opposite. Tongbong ngoshena denzin yomare. Tongbatan ngomashena denzin naturally yongores.
When clarity recognizes its empty essence, there's no reification. As soon as clarity is not recognizing its empty essence, there's reification again.
Reification yobege semde tan lo sayore.
And so the mind with reification is called low, or normal dualistic conceptual mind. So we can say that emptiness is the opposite of reification. When there's emptiness, there's no reification. When there's reification, there's no emptiness.
Reification yomar jebala mikte ko yore. Tomanyala mikte yomaro.
For there to be reification, there needs to be some reference point. But emptiness doesn't have a reference point.
So we trust in the non-reference point as our nature, home, place, ground, whatever. Tene tengal pacha tu lapsong ra. Nyomong da pacha ka tor lapsasong. Tatela tolwa seng tangbo tolwa 탐지 그 싸와데 가르에서나 랑돌 생데레스. 대인데 nyomong namdo 가르 샤나에 르그베 강라 nyomong 코롱코롱 졸도 거레. 남도 코롱 졸 거레. 조쟁게 나와 탐지 코롱코롱 춘이 때도 봐 졸도 거레. 조쟁게 나와 탐지 춘이 때라 봐 졸도 거레. 조진지 나와 탐지 조쟁게 독소 나와 클레샤 가리나 탐지 춘이 코롱 강라 봐 출레 주부르샤 와신 출레 주부르샤 줄로마 들어와나 시지 자기가 꼼야고 잖아.
So the essence of this kind of liberation is called self-liberation, or natural liberation. And it means that when the underlying nature or reality of everything is recognized, then the appearances, the phenomena that we can experience arise and are able to naturally liberate or self-liberate within their nature. There's the nature and there's the expression or phenomena. And the nature of all those phenomena is what is being recognized. And so then all the phenomena, thoughts, emotions, perceptions, can be liberated because their nature is free. So it's sort of like babu jichuki babu dago.
저 바발도 저 영어로. naturally 마템도도.
Sort of like bubbles emerging out of water, dissolving back into that same water.
다 랑돌 생리 벤 스타싱 거래. 가이레서 거는 르바트 녀몽 그 녀모 마인스. Rikpa nyamung ko ngoyin.
So the term self-liberation is important. It's self-liberation because Rigpa is not an antidote to afflictive emotions. Rigpa is the essence of afflictive emotions.
You okay? I'll give you a short story. We don't have so much time, but very enough time. Nyamung okay, the traditional pede dulgi duba rangi rangi shibata was.
Traditional example is like a snake in a knot untying itself.
But I made it up one story, fiction, not based on true story. Copyright by me. You okay? You need to move a little bit? Yeah? Oh, it was too tight. Do you need to go to restroom? Okay, do it. 10 minutes as usual.